Well, howdy folks. Everybody's having a great Labor Day, because that's what today is. Alright, what are we doing? Well, what we're doing is trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this engine and lack of compression. So, what I did, I thought at one point that I had bought some parts, you know. I got tons of parts. I got this bin here. Well, you can't really see. It's off to your right. Yeah, kind of right there. Got one off to my left. Well, turns out I did find the new roller bearing, which is that. I got the sun coming in from the garage, so it's hard for me to see my screen. And I found the wrist pin that I had ordered. And we'll show that here in a minute. There was nothing wrong with the roller bearing. I just bought a new one. Well, let me grab a paper towel. I will show you what I have done. Now, if you remember in my last video, I had stuck the piston in there and it was really tight. Well, it had the rings on it, okay? So I expected it to be tight. But what I did was I've got these set of these little diamond bits. Actually, I was going to try carving on some stones, but I never did. So anyway, what I did was I have this flex hone right here, and this one is a, I have no idea because there is no size mark on it. I've got two of these. The one does have the size, the other one doesn't. Anyway, it fits down the hole, okay? And what that does is it kind of cleans it up and, you know, puts a nice crosshatch in it. You do one side down, flip it over, do the other side. So, and I don't know if that's going to show up. I can't see in there, but it does put a nice crosshatch. What I did with the diamond bit here is those ports down in there, I really need to turn my camera around, but they're right there. I just took it and went around the edges to kind of smooth them up. They were kind of rough. I should have done that last time, and I didn't. But as you can see, let's flip it upside down here. We put our piston in, and it goes in just fine. I don't think that's the issue. I did measure the ring gap, and it was, I don't know, say 0.20 millimeters, something or other. And my manual said, which is a, whatever, it's not a Suzuki one, Climber's manual. It was way outside of that. So I got a hold of Dale, and he's got a Suzuki one, and he said, you know, it was within tolerance, you know, based on the Suzuki specs. And then I kind of annealed this, heated it up really good. So it's kind of ready to go. I will obviously wipe it down. But what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to where I've got a glass plate, and we're going to clean this thing up. We're going to smooth this jug surface, and then we're going to smooth the cylinder head. Piston I'm going to leave right here. So hold on a second, I'm going to take you over there and I'll turn you back on. Okay, we are over here, and what am I going to go over first? Okay, here is the original, crap, I didn't bring the piston over, but well, I don't think we need it. Okay, this is the original wrist pin, and it's measuring 13.45 millimeters, and the new one is 13.9. What did I just say? Yeah, 14.5. So, and it is a little bigger. Hold on a sec, I'm going to grab the piston. Alright, got the piston. Okay, if you remember when I was doing that other video, here's the wrist pin. I'm trying to get you guys in the camera here. And this thing barely, I mean, it just did not want to go in. And you see me had to knock it out with a socket. So here is the new wrist pin. And you can see that this one goes in. Yeah, it's snug, and I expect it to be snug, but it goes in. So I'm gonna make sure I got you zoomed out. There we go. Okay, and here is the new roller bearing on it. So I think we got that issue resolved. Yeah, like I said, I was searching that box. I could have swore I bought a wrist pin at one time, but I just overlooked it. So anyway, what I have set up over here is just a piece of glass. This is actually where I bag all my coffee. And I've got a piece of 400 grit sandpaper down on the glass. So I'm going to put that ring over there so I don't get it confused. And I cannot find my Dicom marking stuff. I boxed a bunch of stuff up, and yeah, now I'm just kicking my ass for boxing everything up because now I can't find anything I need. But this is the cylinder head, and if you look like right here, and I can rub my finger over that and it feels rough. So what I'm going to do is I got a razor blade and I'm going to shoot this with some brake clean. I brought another kit over. And take a trusty razor blade and just kind of scrape any gunk off of here, and I'll show you what I'm getting off. And then we're going to, I need to get more paper towels. You can see, I'm hoping that's showing up, the gunk that's coming off this surface. So I did bring a paper towel and a new can of brake clean because my other one is empty. So yeah, I've been kind of puzzled over all this because, like I said previously, I know I was getting about 85 psi. And I got to thinking, you know, I've still got that other head, or that other piston, and the cylinder that I bored out, thinking I kind of screwed that up, but I was reading 85 psi with it, so maybe I didn't screw it up. And it's a half over, so let me clean this one off. And we'll see how well this blue marker is that I've got. I'll let that dry. Okay, so if you don't have a stone, this sandpaper with a sheet of glass works really good. And all we're going to do is I'll show you, I'm just taking this marker here and I'm just going to mark it in. There's a mouse or something in the wall. I noticed one of the cats was sitting over there. I hear something. I don't know what it is. Could be Bigfoot. I'd say Loch Ness, but this is the garage, not the creek. You know, and I just felt a little, like a little scratch there. So we'll clean this up. I don't think I got another head, but I have another engine. I got that TS 125 out there. Worst case. So let's go ahead and do this one. So now, sure as crap stinks. Yeah, I see some gouges in this stuff. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything. I don't think it will. It's on the outer edge. I'll kind of show you here in a sec. Well, at least the marker smells good. But back to sure as crap stinks. If I go unboxing all this stuff, then my house will sell. And if you're pondering why I'm wanting to sell my house, well, as you guys know, I roast coffee, aside from working on motorcycles. And I want to do a coffee trailer, and I want to do it down there because I totally despise cold weather. And that would be a great place to do it. So, yeah, I know it's hotter than the hubs of hell down there, but I'd rather sweat my ass off than freeze my ass off. Alright, so we got our 400 grit down here. We're going to put some water on here, and we'll just start with the smaller one. And we're just going to put it on here, and we're just going to kind of roll it, go around in a circle. And we'll check it. And you don't have to really put no weight on it, just let the weight of the cylinder head do its thing. And then we'll check it, and you can see where a lot of the blue is coming off. Alright, so we'll just keep doing that until we have no blue left. See here. Wipe off? No. Okay. So I took my paper towel and wiped at it, and you can see there's still some blue on here. So we'll just keep doing this. So yeah, that is my plan. That's why I kind of want to move to Florida. I mean, and honestly, I wouldn't be too upset if this house doesn't sell. I have a very, very nice house. It's just that it's 3,000 square feet, and I don't need 3,000 square feet. I would much rather have a much larger garage so I can make all these fine videos for you guys and have places to store all my bikes, and then have a much smaller house and much less to clean. So, I mean, the house don't get too dirty, but I mean, it's a big house, so yeah, every week, sweep, vacuum, dust. You know. Okay, now I will show you. I got maybe just a smidge more, but right there is a gouge, a little bit of a gouge. Other than that, that's feeling pretty good. I honestly don't think that tiny little gouge right there would affect that much of a compression loss. And besides, it has a copper gasket. So we'll just kind of give it a few more spins here. This is real exciting stuff. So, anyway, back to the coffee trailer. And we really don't have any blue left, so we're going to call this one good. And it feels smooth. A lady friend of mine just bought a coffee trailer, and I've been helping her get it set up. And I can build one out myself and save myself a ton of money. So that is my plan. I'll probably help her. Yeah, this is interesting. You notice all the blue there still? Huh. I hadn't noticed that, but there is a lip right there where my finger, there is a lip there. And I'm kind of wondering if that may be the issue. Let me grab that copper gasket. I would have thought that should be smooth, and I'm trying to think what I did with that other cylinder. I don't know, man. I mean, that's going to sit down on there and tighten up. I mean, obviously it sits flat there. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Kind of weird, but I need to, I know I put that cylinder head somewhere. I boxed it up, but I need to find that and see if, excuse me, if that top part is raised. So we'll sand it a little bit. And see if it's making any difference. Yeah, I really don't see it taking off any of the blue. Alright, I'm going to pause you for a second. I'm going to look in some boxes in the back part of the garage here and see if I can find that cylinder head, so I'll be right back. Okay, took me a bit of searching, but I found it. This is the head that I honed out 50 over. And there is indeed a lip. So I will have to assume this lip seems a little bit higher on this head, but I did sand it, so we are good to go there. And you know, I think I just, you know, I don't know, I'm spacing out here, you know, trying to figure out and then find that head. Worst case, you know, I could try the head again that I bored half over here, this one here. Because, like I said, this one I'm pretty positive was doing about 85 psi. So, you know, it could be that I did do it right. So, because like I said, when I originally tested this one, it was 85. So, we shall see, Ted. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like it is. I don't think I need to really do that any. Making a hell of a mess over here. Yeah, I may take some really fine, because that's 400. You know, maybe I'll do 800 or 1,000 and just kind of clean up the surface on this head gasket. Make sure it's good and smooth. And then we will commence to putting it back on the bike. So let me get some of my mess cleaned up here and move all this stuff back over to the other side of the garage, and we'll take it from there. So hold on a sec. Alright guys, got the, okay, I'll be honest, I cheated a little bit. No, I didn't really cheat. Well, I kind of did. I went ahead and put the piston on because sometimes I can be a pain in the ass, but I'll tell you what I did find out. Ooh, let me put my screen down here so I can see. I actually found that it's easier to put the piston in the jug and then put it on. So, and as long as you got room up here to fit your jug in, which you do on this, you might have to lower your piston down a little bit. But yeah, that makes it a whole lot easier than trying to hold the piston, squeeze the rings in, and then put the jug on. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it on. I use some of my assembly goo right here to hold the copper gasket in place. And I'm going to set this down on here. And I mean, you can't really see it in the video, I guess, but it's popping my finger off there, so I mean, that feels decent. And I don't know, we're just going to find out, because honestly, I really have no clue. But before we do anything, I mean, before we check anything, yeah, I got the compression tester here, so we'll go ahead and do a little quickie compression test. And let me stick one of the crap screws are on the table. Bolts. Bolts, I should say, not screws. Bring the spark plug down. So it's sticking through there. Uh-oh, I felt it slide. Come on, go in there. That just keeps the thingamajiggy, the head, from falling down. The torque specs are, I had the right bolt, 17.5 pounds, foot-pounds, according to my climber's manual. I think I looked it up. It's either 7 or 9 foot-pounds for the Magneto. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these in by hand, and I'll snug them up a little bit with the socket. Wherever I put my ratchet. And then you just kind of go in a crisscross pattern, torque them down. Everybody kind of does it differently. And since we have the exhaust off, which, you know, I need to blow through that thing, make sure it's not plugged. Well, wouldn't that be funny if the exhaust was plugged? I don't think it is, though. Put that one there. That one's there. But anyway, like I was saying, since we got the exhaust off and we got the carb off, we'll go ahead and run a compression test. Just to see. Pretty exciting. Well, I say exciting. Exciting if it works. And I gotta watching Dale and his YL2, because I got mine over there still on park. I need to reach out to him and see where he gets all his wiring from, because my wiring loom is a wreck. I just want to probably redo the whole thing. Honestly, I don't know what to think. Let's see here. That one, yeah, I may need a. What size is that? That is a 14. Let me get a 14 deep well. If I can find my 14 deep well. That's a 15. I don't know if it's going to fit through this side though. We'll find out here in a sec. Take it off for those lower ones. Now watch this fit in there. It's probably going to be easier to just reach across the bike. I just knocked that out of gear. Whatever. I'll check it in a bit. That's 14 or 17. That's 17. Okay, they're all 17. Let's see if I knock this thing out into gear. Yeah, I did. All right, we are in neutral. Okay, compression tester. And I will kind of blow through the exhaust here. Make sure it's free. Yeah, free as can be. Okay, yeah, you're still looking, yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Let me, need more kitty litter. Feel it. It feels like it's got compression. I just don't know how much. I'm about to find out. Let's see what it does. That's reading, I don't know if you can read it. I'm reading 60. It's better than what it was. It's still, I think, on the weak side. However, like I said, I just tested this briefly. When I first put that piston in, I was reading 85, but I've never really ran it, so maybe that's an issue. Maybe it's just got to run a bit. Guess we're going to find out. Okay, so where did I put what? I'm just going to leave the exhaust off for now and go ahead and put this carb on. And we're going to see what it does. Surrounded by a temporary fuel tank. I think I said that was a 12 previously. Yeah, this side over here is a kind of a pain because, like I said in that previous video, you kind of got to put the nut up in here and then carefully just get it threaded. And yeah, it can be a pain, and that's where crap, lost the nut and lost the bolt. But you'll get it. It's just a pain. And I'm sure for those of you who have worked on these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, come on, man. Go on there. Got it. Got it. That was 12. Ooh. I like to tighten a little bit on one side and then a little bit on the other. I really need to use a smaller thickness 12 mil, as there's not a whole lot of room in here for your wrench either. Carb body gets in the way. Well, if she fires, she's going to be loud. I won't run it long. Hoping she fires. I still got to order that little ferrule. It looks like it's plastic. The one Dale was showing me was brass. Looked like brass, but this one looks like plastic. The part number, when I Babbitt's, their diagram is really crappy. But when I looked that same part up on eBay, it shows them as being plastic. Alright, I think that's snug enough. I know, you're looking at my big head. Okay, we got fuel flowing in there. What did I do with my pumper? And what did I do with my spark plug wrench? Probably put it back up. Bonk myself right in the head. Well, you can still see. Key is on. Battery dead? I think my battery's dead. No, I didn't leave it on. I don't think it matters with these. I don't have the headlight hooked up anyway. Okay, that's working. Let's see what she does, guys. Well, that's promising. So we are definitely spitting out stuff. It tried to fire. We didn't get that much last time. Of course it may. Wonder if I found that plug. Jump should be off. I think that's off on these. I'm not exactly sure. I need to clean that crap up. I got oil over here and I keep stepping in it. What the heck was that? Oh, it's a screw for the backlight that I was playing with. Come on. I'll pull that plug real quick. See what it looks like. Yeah, actually a little wet, not bad. I'll blow it out just to be on the safe side. Load out. And I'm going to check the air fuel screw, see how many turns out it is. May end up putting a new cap on here. That cap doesn't seem to fit on there too snugly. Let's see here. Half. I'm going to go one turn out. Idle, I ain't going to worry about that for now. Okay, it's wearing me out. So, we know it's firing. Why won't it not stay running? Well, Good question. And I didn't prime it again, so we know it's getting fuel. So why won't it stay running? But at least it's running, right? That's pretty freaking, well, kind of running. Pretty freaking awesome. Wish it had electric start though. I don't know, man. Oh. Check the plug again. Something ain't right. I could take this carb off and put the original carb back on. And I know this is the right plug. And it's brand spanking new. And I will have to find, well, we got it here. Let's just double check. Make sure we're getting good spark. I can see it. I know you ain't gonna be able to see it. I can barely see it. Oh yeah, it's got a really good spark. Alright guys, I want to give this a break a minute. Plumb wearing me out. Alright, so we know it's trying to fire, and I want to check. Here's the original carb. I can try putting that back on. See if that makes a difference. I mean, everything, I believe, worked on it. I just, honestly, I can't remember why. I know the gasket kit, the rebuild kit, was stupid ridiculous. And I did check to see if this carb was available anymore, and it's not. So, I want to tinker with it a bit and see what kind of progress I can make. Give my leg a rest a minute here, and I'll bring you back here in a minute. Alright guys, okay, here's what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I took a new carb off, and I noticed that it had a lot of gas in it inside. Show you. I have since drained the gas out, but inside here it was just sopping wet. So I need to take this thing apart and see what the jetting is on it. So I stuck the original carb back on, and honestly I don't remember if I I thought I'd cleaned this thing and put it through the ultrasonic, which obviously I got it packed up. So I'm going to unpack it. But what is happening is, I need to tighten that up. That's nice. I can get it to run. I'll try to fire it up here. Watch it prove me wrong. But it will not idle. So, and of course it's going to smoke like a freight train because the oil pump works and I'm running premix on it. So let's see if this thing fires up. And oh, by the way, for those who don't know, choke is down. And then take choke off, you pull it up. So. Where we are, and this stupid stand, I don't really like that stand. I need to buy me a stand, a proper stand, so I can hold it up. But I mean, it did kind of idle, but I think that was part of the problem I had before, is I couldn't get it to idle. So yeah, this car. Oh, and I did leave the slide from the new carb in there. I was just doing this as a test. Dork around, and but you can see it runs. That's all I did. Well, I hooked the exhaust back up. Oh, and there's a tip on that. When you take this exhaust off and you put it back on, put the header end in first, and then you're standing on the other side of the bike when you do this. Put the header end in first, and then you can put that bolt in on the side. So yeah, right there, you should see that bolt. That bolt right there. So yeah, do that, and then it makes it a lot easier. If you try to put that bolt on first, you're not going to be able to get it up into the head. So, all right, well, you know, while we're having this party right now, and like I said, I got to take that other part, the carb apart. I'm going to take this one apart too, so I can check and see what the jetting is. Because I'm telling you, man, I kicked until I was blue in the face, and now I should be wearing boots, but I'm not. My center of my foot is sore from kicking and kicking and kicking, and I could get it to start. It was actually like it would sputter like it was going to start, or it did start and then would run for, I don't know, 5 seconds, and then die out. So I don't know what is up with that carb. See that smoke there, man? That is pretty cool. We're just going to do a quickie compression test now and kind of see what we're reading. I had it running for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. Not too terribly long. But this is progress. I'm not letting this bike kick my butt. Okay, so throttle is open. Something still ain't right. I can't see my screen because I'm only reading about 40 psi. So, and maybe that's part of it. Yeah, it's about 30. It's about 50. I don't know if that's showing up on the screen. I just let some air out. Let's try it. Okay, so 55 maybe. That's not great. And You know, for the life of me, I have no clue. Because the jug is new, piston's new, rings were new. I did put the new wrist pin in it, not that that would affect that. And I did put a new roller bearing in there, but that wouldn't affect it. So, yeah, I'm really kind of mystified. You know, and maybe if I run it longer, it'll build. But honestly, I'm kind of half tempted to take that head and the half overhead that I did and that piston and put it back in it. So, one thing at a time though. I definitely want to look at this because I don't know why it's spewing so much fuel, but I don't know. I mean, I'll look into that. I mean, obviously it'd have to be jetting, but take a gander at that. And then as far as that one, that's actually the carburetor off the TS 125 that I have out back. I could go back out there, steal that carb back off, put it back on this bike, and see if there's a difference. I could try that, but you know, I'm just really concerned about this whole PSI thing. Yeah, everybody's saying 85 is good. Well, I don't think 55 is great, but you know, like I said, it is new piston, new rings, and you know, I haven't ran the bike really long enough. I definitely haven't drove it. You know, probably to get it, you know, seated in, all that good junk. So I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, at least in this video, we got it running. So that is a step in the right direction. The other thing is carb issue. I'm pretty sure. I know I checked the timing way back, and that's fine. So, you know, but there again, timing has nothing to do with compression, and the carb doesn't have anything to do with compression. So I'm still at a loss for that. But maybe this week I'll bring out the. Actually, I'll just take the compression tester out to the back Harbor Freight garage and kind of kick it over and see what that one's reading. I'm just curious because I thought that one was kind of on the low side too, and I think I fired that bike up once. Honestly, I can't remember. I got them at the same time. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this part up. I may or may not record taking the carbs apart, and you know, kind of go from there. But anything else I do, I will definitely fire up this camera, and I know it's sucking through the fuel pretty good because that tank was at least half full. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So hey, stay tuned, and I will see you on the next installment of trying to get this thing to run better. So have a good one. Ha! You thought I was going to end this without checking that other bike. I was sitting over there having a beer, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, well, anyway, this is where I keep the stash of the other bikes. 79 Honda Express, 78 Honda Express, 69 Trail 90, 75 TS 125, another 69 Trail 90, 65 Yamaha Campus 60, and the 64 Trailmaster 80. They all need something done to them. Story of my life. Okay, so I got you on the tripod here. And also I got my ramp here for my RC cars, which I need to get off my butt and get out and play with. It's a mess. It's amazing how fast summer goes by. So anyway, we're in here in the garage, and okay, so all of this is coming back to me. The reason I took the carb off of the TC 125 was because I couldn't get it to idle. The idle screw did nothing. Well, so I took the carb off of the TS 125, and lo and behold, the idle screw does nothing. That's why when I came across that other carb, I bought it, which I haven't taken it apart yet. So what I'm going to do here is be photobombed by the cats because I'm out somewhere where they never see me. And we're going to pull the spark plug out of this one and see what kind of compression we're getting. And of course the spark plug is in the other side on this one. So I may have to swing around the other side. Yep, I'm going to have to. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of space in here, enough to park these bikes and drop all of my stuff. But for the purposes of this test, that's fine. As long as we got room to do what we got to do, it's okay. Which I don't know if I'm going to have enough room to because I got the gas tank off the other one. Oh, feeding this thing in here. Oh, enjoy. See if I can pop that gas tank off. Yeah, gas tank's not even on it. Go me. So, yeah, that is what we're going to do. And, since I didn't feel like wheeling it into the garage, so we'll do everything we got to do out here. We got that on. Carb is on this one. But, let's see what we're getting. I'll be damned. This one's reading about 55 too. Of course, like I said, I haven't done anything to this bike. Matter of fact, I don't even... Is my throttle cable even working? Yeah, it's working. Okay, so that test was 55. Let's try it again. Make sure. Yeah, the slide is working. Sounds kind of rattly in here. Alright, so 2 attempts. We have the same reading. And you know what's kind of weird is that other bike with the new cylinder head, new jug, sorry, piston, rings, it's reading the same as this bike. I think that is just kind of strange. I'm going to put the spark plug back in here so I don't get bugs and stuff down in there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take, while I got you guys out here, did I even bring that 12 mil out with me? I don't think I did. If I did, I don't know where I put it. Where'd that, Daisy, where'd you put that 12 mil at? Okay. I don't see it. Alright, well, then we won't record that. Thought I brought it out here with me. I must have left it in the garage. Anyway, So we're at 55 PSI on this. We're at 55 PSI on the new cylinder, new piston, new rings. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be, guys. I don't know. But I decided to bring you out here and show you that and wrap this part of it up. And like I said, I'm going to take that other carb off and stick it back on the other bike, fire it up, and we'll see what it does. So, see you on the next video.